Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Lorelai here. I thought I would try the desk again today. It's been a while since I've done a video here at the desk, but it is very fitting because today we are going to be talking about some bunny drama. Here's a breakdown of the Anna Delvey bunny drama unfolding right now. Okay, this is all over the news, and my good friend Sloan, he covered this. He did a great video on this on his channel, but this is going to be my perspective on things, and I think we can all learn from this. This is actually a very, very sad story, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating as a bunny lover and advocate to see bunnies being used in this way. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell for unlimited bunny content. Let's hop right into this. Okay, so Anna Delvey. Who is Anna Delvey, you might ask? Anna Delvey is a Russian-born con artist who in 2019 was convicted of theft and grand larceny. She served prison time and then became the subject of Netflix's Inventing Anna. So since her release, she has tried to rebrand herself as an artist and media personality while under house arrest in New York City. So this is what happened with the bunnies. I never thought that Anna Delvey and bunnies would be in the same sentence, but here we are. So Anna Delvey recently had a photo shoot with rabbits. The rabbits were used as props. Shortly afterward, images circulated of the same bunnies abandoned in Brooklyn's Prospect Park. So a good Samaritan, Terry Chow, connected the rabbits to the ones featured in Delvey's posts. She had seen, basically on Facebook, in a Facebook group, that these rabbits had been abandoned, and she put two and two together. So Terry, along with a few others, I believe, were responsible for helping rescue those dumped rabbits. If you look at the pictures, they're horrifying because, they're on these leashes. By the way, they're not even in harnesses, right? This photographer or the assistant or somebody went out and bought collars, like they intentionally sought out leashes, put them on these bunnies, which, as we know, bunnies should not wear any collars around their neck. A harness, different story. I know some people disagree with that too. At the very least, right? I'm just saying, at the very least, there's a little bit more support, but the collars are so incredibly dangerous, guys, because the bunnies can choke. They can choke. They are so fragile, and if they bolt because they get scared or they hear a car or an ambulance or something or a dog and they bolt, you've just snapped their neck in half. That's all it takes. So this is incredibly irresponsible. The people on this shoot were definitely not professional rabbit handlers at all. Even in one of the videos, you can see the rabbit's paw is like caught in the leash. It's like tangled in the leash, and the photographer says, like, wait, this bunny's stuck.
They look like fake. Wait, this bunny's stuck.
Then there's a pose of Anna Delvey like on a rock in her heels, very high heels, like next to a busy street, and she is trancing the bunny. Okay, like holding the bunny on its back, which is a highly, highly stressful position for the rabbit to be in. It actually makes me sick to look at that because I know that these bunnies were stressed. Did they get any water that day? Did they get any hay that day? Did they eat that day? Were they like just taken from their previous owner, thrown in a car, in a cardboard box, no less, placed with collars and leashes for a shoot that probably lasted several hours and then just dumped in the park? I'm honestly surprised that they even survived. Genuinely surprised. Delvey denies any involvement in acquiring, transporting, and ultimately abandoning the bunnies. She claims she was not privy to how the animals were produced or cared for post the shoot. And these are the stories that she published regarding said shoot. She says, as many of you are aware, I recently did a shoot with Jasper Soloff involving live rabbits. Christian Batty, a member of the hair team I briefly met during a Fashion Week event last year, responded that he knew someone who could lend us the bunnies for a few hours. I later discovered that instead of borrowing animals from a legitimate source like he claimed, he had obtained them via Facebook Marketplace and intended to release them into Prospect Park, a plan of which I had no knowledge. The idea that someone would compromise the well-being of innocent animals for personal networking opportunities is deeply disturbing to me. She goes on to say that she's the talent. It's not her job to source the animals or know where they came from, that she doesn't condone these actions. So then she apparently goes and confronts Christian Batty. This is the guy who acquired the bunnies. So you can see she posts these messages, and he indeed confesses that he acquired them via Facebook Marketplace, which is so deeply upsetting. But this is what I've been talking about for the past decade on this channel, guys, is bunnies are on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, all over the internet, people trying to get rid of them. They don't want to take the responsibility for them. Okay, fine. Fine, you don't want the bunnies. It hurts me to hear that, but then if you're going to try to rehome them, rehome responsibly. That is the least you could do. It's the least that you owe the animals. Do a home check. Ask where the bunnies are going. Ask if the person has any knowledge about bunnies, if they know anything about their diet, their housing. Ask how they're going to be cared for. There is a vetting process, guys. These are how bunnies get vetted with rescues and shelters. You don't just give the bunnies to anybody who walks through your door. It's just irresponsible. You wouldn't do that with a child, so why would you do it with any other animal? If he had revealed what his intentions were, that he was just going to use them for a photo shoot, I wonder what the owner would have said. Would they have cared? Were they being given to this Christian Batty under false pretenses? I don't know. It's really convoluted, and it's very, very sad. But see, this is good that this is being publicized, because this happens every day. It happens every single day. But this is how rabbits wind up dumped, okay? So Christian also then goes on to say that when he realized the bunnies were being surrendered to him, that he panicked. He released them in the park thinking that they would survive. This is something that happens every day. You guys have watched my videos. Half of them are me rescuing bunnies from the park, from the woods, construction sites. It's awful. I see these bunnies with my own eyes all the time, and it's usually someone who just thinks that they can survive in the wild. These are domesticated animals. They are dependent on humans for food, shelter. You wouldn't do this if it were a puppy or a kitten. And I think that there's just discrimination against bunnies. They're believed to be dumb and not interactive. And since they're voiceless, people really do treat them like garbage. And it's just so deeply upsetting that he would think that they would thrive in this park. So Anna Delvey then confronts the previous owner. She obviously gets the phone number somehow. And the previous owner confirms that Christian lied. That is about as much as she posts regarding the previous owner. Anna obviously has apologized. She claims she just didn't know. And she then posts a screenshot that she's donated money to All About Rabbits Rescue in New York. If she did do that, it's commendable. It is commendable. I do believe her that she didn't know, but I am not exonerating her. And you know who else is at fault for this? The photographer. Who is the photographer? I want to say his name, because his name needs to be said. Okay, so the photographer Jasper Soloff. His attorneys apparently said that he did not organize the shoot and didn't have a role in acquiring or abandoning the rabbits. Simply the photographer. See, that's the thing is people who just participate in these shoots with live animals and they just don't even question anything about the animals. I just think that everybody involved with this shoot is responsible in some shape or form, knowledge or not, to participate in the shoot. Or I had a vision that there were going to be live animals. Like, surely everybody had this vision, right? And you don't try to do this shoot by ethical standards. You don't even question, where are these bunnies going afterwards? Currently, the rabbits are safe now. Terry Chow, the person who originally spotted them, she is coordinating their care and seeking donations and foster or permanent placements for them. Good for Terry. It's people like that that make the world a little bit better of a place and give me hope for humanity. These bunnies could have been killed, not just through the dumping, right? But during the shoot. They could have been killed during the shoot. They were being put at risk during the shoot. That's my thought. That's my breakdown of this little drama. What do you guys think about these dumped bunnies in Brooklyn after this photo shoot? And thank you so much, Terry Chow, for being a good person. That is all I have for you guys today. I will see you in the next one. Bye.